Shoppers could face higher prices unless a simple demandled immigration system replaces free movement of people after Brexit, retailers have warned. A new report from the British retail consortium BRC also calls for swift action to provide certainty for the 170,000 people from EU countries who work in the UK, 5,500 of them in Wales. In some regions of the country and different parts of the industry the figure is much higher, with more than a quarter of the warehousing and distribution workforce consisting of EU workers, for example. The report, published today, illustrates how the lack of certainty about their future status in Britain is affecting EU workers. In particular, it reveals that 56% of retailers revealed that their EU colleagues are concerned about their right to remain in the UK. 22% reported that people from the EU have already left their UK workforce. Time of change for industry. The BRC points out that this uncertainty is going on at a time of transformation for the industry, with both new technology and the changing requirements of customers creating a need for workers to have new and different skills. It warns that the knock-on impact of a potential reduction in availability of skills and workers, and higher costs of employment, could hit consumers in the pocket. The head of the Welsh Retail Consortium WRC, Sarah Jones, said 6 months after the triggering of Article 50 it's hard to believe we still lack total clarity over the future of the 5,500 EU nationals working in the Welsh retail industry. Those workers deserve better. In stores, head offices, and logistics, EU retail workers make an enormous positive contribution to the choice, price and availability of goods available to Welsh shoppers. We want to see early certainty about their future working status in the UK for their sake, but also as it could ultimately affect the choice and availability of goods on shop shelves that Welsh customers have come to expect. New immigration system. Image PA. The BRC is calling for a new immigration system that allows workers to be recruited quickly and easily and without significantly increasing employment costs. Helen Dickinson, chief executive of the BRC, added, "We recognize that free movement from the EU is coming to an end, and that this is a reset moment. So, at a time when the retail industry is in the midst of a transformation that is changing the very nature of retail jobs, we need a demandled and simple alternative. Simple for employees and employers alike and based on consumer need, not political rhetoric." Finally, the BRC is calling for government to help the industry develop the skills of workers by providing flexibility in the use of apprenticeship levy funds. Ms. Jones added, "We also need to ensure that Wales' future retail workforce has the people, skills and resources to continue meeting the needs of consumers and grow its huge contribution to the Welsh economy. That's why we want to see a more ambitious approach from the Welsh Government towards the apprenticeship levy." From April, Welsh retailers started paying £9 million a year in levy fees, and were keen to ensure that they see a direct return to their workforce from this investment. What the Shop Workers Union says. The Retail Workers Union USDAW welcomed the report. General Secretary John Hannett said, "I am pleased that the report is recommending that EU migrant workers already working in the retail and distribution sectors should be guaranteed their rights to continue to work and live in the UK. Many of these workers, who are members of USDAW and other trade unions, have settled and made their homes here and must be allowed to stay and carry on working in the UK. The retail and distribution sector is a big employer of labour. We agree with the BRC that there needs to be a focus on developing the skills of the UK workforce to meet the challenges ahead. But, going forward, the sector will continue to need EU workers to come and work in retail, distribution and food manufacturing. We need a debate based on facts and evidence, as to what that post-Brexit retail sector will look like." I welcome the BRC report as a very positive contribution to that debate.